Okay, so I'm going to be starting out with my eyebrows, and typically on a day where I do have more time, I would use something like dip brow and just sort of fill it in that way. But because I don't have a lot of time, I'm going to have to use a tinted brow gel. So I'm just using this one from Anastasia. And yeah, basically just brushing the hairs up and shaping them the best I can, I guess. As you can see, I messed up a little bit under the brow, which is fine. I'm really bad at using this stuff, but it is a time saver. So I'll just clean that up after, so just ignore that. When I'm using brow gel, it's really difficult for me to actually get... I like to shape my brows a lot, basically. So it's kind of difficult to do that with brow gel, at least for me. I know some people find it a lot easier. I'm not one of those people though. So I will be going around and just sort of reshaping it or like fixing it with concealer. But yeah, it does take a little bit of extra time, but realistically, if I only have 5 minutes, this is what I'll do. So I'm going in with this Too Faced, it's so dirty, this Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer, and I'm just going to take that on a little brush like this guy and just shape under my brow. So generally I would put the concealer sort of all over my lid, but like as an eyeshadow base, but because I don't have a lot of time today, I'm not really going to do that. I'm going to blend it down slightly, but not really all over the lid. And then I'm going to blend that in with the Beauty Blender. Okay, so now I'm just going to set my eyelid with the Mercier translucent setting powder. So now for my base, usually on like a day where I would have more time, I would do like full blown foundation, concealer, contour, highlight, yada yada yada. But because I don't have a lot of time, like if you're only having like 5 minutes to do your makeup, I don't really do all that. I don't have the time to. So I basically will just do concealer and powder, and then maybe if I have a little bit extra time, maybe contour and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really do full blown. Is full blown even a saying? I don't think so. But yeah, normally I would do like a full face of face makeup, but because I don't have a lot of time, I'm only using concealer for now. We'll see. So yeah, I basically just focus that under my eyes and on any problem areas. So like as you can see, my face does have a lot of acne. It's not as bad today as it typically is, which is good. So I do some spot correction usually, but I'll also, like a lot of the time, I don't really care too much to cover. I'm just making this as realistic as it is for me. I don't always cover concealer or cover my acne just because you can see it regardless, and it's one of those things I'm not really too embarrassed about, so I don't really care. But it all depends on the person. If you don't feel comfortable showing them, then you can obviously cover them. Just like as a general idea, this is my concealer placement when I don't have a lot of time. Yeah, I just did some of my more problem acne spots. I put concealer on and then I just do like that under the eyes. I don't really know why. I saw people doing it because Madison Beer does it or something, and it's supposed to give you a facelift. I don't really know, so that's just what I do. And now I'm just gonna blend it in with the Beauty Blender. Okay, so as you can see, my concealer didn't cover everything, but it definitely did make a bit of a difference. So now I'm just going to use my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder again, and I'm just going to set my whole face with that. So now that that's all done, because I'm a really pale person, I'm gonna go in with the Shade and Light palette. Listen, I know that there's a lot of like cancel culture in the beauty community. I don't keep track of a lot of it, so I don't know who's canceled. Apparently she is. I'm sorry, okay, but I like the product. Separate the person from the product. I've had this for a while, so I'm just gonna use it until I don't have any more. I'm gonna go in with this. It's so dirty. I'm gonna go in with this shade here, the one that's the most used for me, and I'm gonna do some like light contouring all over my face, so just around like that, and also in my crease as like eyeshadow. And then if I have the energy, I'll do my nose, but I don't do that every single time. So now I'm just going to highlight a little bit on my cheekbones and the tip of my nose. So now I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to go in with this Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. So now that that's done, I don't really like to wear lipstick because this is more of like a simple, natural kind of look, and I feel like lipstick always looks a little, like a lot on me. But I am going to use lip gloss. I'm using my Too Faced lip injections just to get like a little bit of shine on the lips. So now that that's done, you can go in with like a setting spray, but I don't really bother with it if I'm only wearing like a tiny bit of makeup. So for me, this is done. This video is obviously going to be longer than 5 minutes just because of all the talking that I was doing and trying to find my products. But typically, if I have them all laid out and I'm ready to go and I'm not talking to a camera and explaining what I'm doing, this does take me 5 minutes. I just think it's really cute and simple if you're just running late for like school or work or something, or you just are too lazy to do a full face like me a lot of the time. This is what I'll typically do. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments below any other video ideas that you would like to see. I'm trying to be more consistent with my YouTube channel. I always say that, but at this time I'm actually trying to stick to doing at least one video a week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can actually do it. But yeah, any sort of feedback or suggestions would be greatly appreciated for me to keep this going. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Now when I travel around